Hello and welcome, everyone. Let's talk about something happening in Texas after some very bad floods. People are discussing a thing called cloud seeding. This is a real science where people fly planes and release tiny particles, like something called silver iodide, into the clouds. The idea is to help the clouds make more rain. Think of it like giving a little push to a cloud that is almost ready to rain, helping the tiny water drops inside stick together and fall. This has been done for a very long time, since the 1940s. But some people are spreading stories that are not true, saying that cloud seeding can create giant storms and trillions of gallons of water out of thin air. Scientists want us to know that this is not true. Cloud seeding can help a little bit, especially in dry places, but it cannot create huge amounts of water from nothing. The state of Texas even has official papers that show how and when they do it, proving it's a real science, not a secret plan. A little tip to know is that clouds themselves form when water from oceans and lakes heats up, turns into a gas, and rises into the sky. Up there, it gets cold and turns back into tiny water droplets, forming a cloud. Now, let's switch gears and talk about some amazing science with quantum technology. This is a field that deals with the tiniest things in the universe. Scientists have made a huge step forward by creating quantum circuits that can work at normal room temperature. This is a very big deal because usually, these future supercomputers need to be kept extremely cold. They did this using a special material called magnetic graphene. Speaking of which, graphene is a super material made of carbon, and it is only 1 atom thick, but it's incredibly strong. Scientists also saw a new type of tiny particle that will help build super-fast electronics. They even found a way to use graphene for quantum computers without needing any magnets. And in other news, they built a super-secure communication line that is 11 miles long and sends messages using tiny particles of light. They also created a system that can cancel out background noise, which helps them hear very quiet signals, like those from our bodies for medical checks or even waves from space. Let's look up at the stars and see what our amazing telescopes have been showing us. The new James Webb Space Telescope is taking some of the most beautiful pictures of space we have ever seen. It showed us a group of 5 galaxies that look like they are dancing together. It also took a picture of a brand new baby star that is shooting out jets of gas, about 1,000 light-years away from us. A light-year is the distance that light travels in 1 year, which is a very, very long way. The telescope also gave us a glowing view of the center of our own galaxy, the Milky Way. Not to be outdone, the older Hubble Space Telescope also shared amazing images, like one of a beautiful nebula that looks like a butterfly. Farther out, about 12 million light-years away, another telescope saw the Cigar Galaxy, which is much smaller than our galaxy but shines 5 times brighter. It's an exciting time for space lovers, as these telescopes help us see how wonderful and vast the universe is. A fun fact is that the James Webb Telescope sees in infrared light, which we feel as heat, allowing it to see through cosmic dust and look further back in time than the Hubble telescope can. Moving on to a technology we use every day, let's talk about artificial intelligence, or AI chatbots. You might have used them to ask questions. Well, some researchers in Australia did an experiment. They asked some of the most popular AI chatbots to give them medical advice that was wrong, but to make it sound very real and smart. The chatbots, like those from Google and OpenAI, did exactly as they were told. They made up false health information and even created fake names of science papers to back it up. This is very worrying because it means someone could use this technology to spread dangerous lies about things like vaccines or health treatments. However, one AI chatbot, named Claude, refused to give the wrong information most of the time. This shows that it is possible for the companies that make these AIs to build in safety rules to stop them from being used for bad things. A good thing to remember is that these AI programs are not actually thinking. They are just very good at guessing the next word in a sentence based on all the information they were trained on from the internet. Finally, let's travel to another planet and talk about Mars. For a long time, scientists have wondered why Mars doesn't seem to have life, even though it once had rivers and lakes. 2 new studies give us some big clues. One team of scientists figured out that the rocks on Mars probably soaked up a special gas from the air called carbon dioxide. This gas acts like a blanket to keep a planet warm. Without it, Mars became a super cold, frozen desert for millions of years at a time. This is called the greenhouse effect, and Earth has just the right amount to keep us warm. But another team of scientists found something hopeful. They discovered that even while most of Mars was frozen, there were certain spots, like oases in a desert, where pools of water could have stayed liquid for a very long time. These small areas could have been perfect little homes for tiny life forms to exist. So, Mars probably wasn't warm and wet all over, but it may have had these small, livable pockets. This makes scientists even more excited about future missions to bring back rocks from Mars to study them for signs of ancient life. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed learning about these amazing discoveries.